Okay, this ain't gonna work up in here. All right, hold on. Okay. What the? All right. Let me turn this car off. Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. It's almost just like I'm just annoyed. Like, why do somebody want to come do that to me every single time? Why? Why? Every time when I'm having a good day, why I gotta be like that? Let me see. Okay, I don't want to. Um, is this kind of thing? What's what? What? Oh my gosh! What we gonna do, y'all? What we gonna do? All right, it's just gonna have to be this. All right, it's my, I mean my. All right. Okay, this is what it's gonna be. All right. That's time for all that. All right. So, no, it doesn't want me to do that. Okay. All right. So, anyways, we're looking at what's going on in the Lost Gospels. I got 2 copies of this. They look kind of different or whatever, but whatever. I accidentally ordered 2. So we're talking in life of Adam, Eve, the apocalypse of Moses, the Nag Hammadi text, the apocalypse of Adam, boom, boom, whatever, okay? We resemble the great eternal angels, for we are higher than the God who created us, and the power is with him whom we did not know. All right, so I feel like this is something here where somebody, like I said, this may be pertaining to what this is. Speaking, okay, to Seth, okay, about his and Eve's original estate. Okay, so this makes me think, like, again, about somebody's original estate. This makes me think like this makes me think about, Adam and Eve's original estate. This is making me think about like something that they had to built together. Okay. And I feel like whatever we're talking about with these 7 angels or with these angels here, I don't think that it's this person at all. I think it's these people that have hijacked the situation and are using the power and glory of this individual, right? Because at first I feel like this might have been this Adam person, maybe even reflecting on what has been done, or a portion of this has something to do with this energy, looking to see what has been done in the past and trying to make it and on the mission or whatever to make things right. I think this person was bombarded by these energies here. Okay. Lookalikes, or again, replica energies of the beings. Okay. But I feel like this energy is the only one that feels it, like doesn't have to go through the change. It's naturally going to change, right? And that, there may be something that could have helped this person, again, maybe level up. But at the same time, what I'm saying, it may take a little bit longer, but it's still the original. Okay. And I feel like, maybe we have been, taken over by like, AI energy or something of that nature here. Okay. Some type of upgrade. Okay. But the whole thing about the people that are still originals, they can see through, the illusion. Okay. Is what it feels like to me. All right. And they say they resemble the great eternal angels, but they really don't. They really don't. Okay. This is people that are hijacking. These are robbers. These are people that go into Akashic records. These are people that go into people's memories. These are people that go into things to in order to try to make themselves in the likeness of God. These are people that will be shot the fuck right up out of the sky, hopefully. You know what I'm saying? When they thinking that they done made it some damn where. Because again, these people forget that, you know, God give that free will or whatever, but at the end of the day, you may be able to get away with that shit, but when you go against God and God see what the fuck you doing, you know what I'm saying, then I feel like that's a motherfucking rap for your ass. But again, if nobody's giving power to the true source, they're feeding into the fakes, right? Then that could cause a problem here. But it's not going to be nothing because these are people that are untouchable, okay? And so it's not going to be nothing, but it's going to be the fact that people are rebuilding after a reset or whatever. They're rebuilding something that is going to be on shaky grounds. I mean, it's just the same fucking thing. So again, at the end of the day, people can't really blame God for these things. These are calamities that humanity have, and these angels and these beings or whatever have gone and, you know, created for their own selves. So again, that's where, you know, it doesn't really have to do with whatever so-called color or race you are. You know what I'm saying? Because these entities and energies can inhabit anybody. Okay. And more than likely, yeah, possibly people that don't really tap into their soul essence or solar whatever. Okay. So again, I don't know. I just feel like I'm just very annoyed because, like I said, it's okay. You know what I'm saying? If somebody is leveling up for real in this day authentic shit, but it's annoying when you know that somebody is robbing you. They're trying to keep something around your neck. It's your time to shine, and you're finally about to shine, and then somebody think they're gonna shoot you the fuck up out of the sky. And I feel like this is, I don't know, it's just sickening. I think it's sickening, right? It's almost like finding your motherfucking self, right? Your full authentic self, just being yourself and being real and keeping it real. And then all of a sudden, you know what I'm saying, you see a lot of different yous popping up around. Like, it's like this definitely talking about Jake energy or Jacob energy or Yakub energy, mad scientist. You know what I'm saying? Almost Fauci shit. You know what I'm saying? It's almost all this, right? And what I tell you, who take advantage with this when it comes to this? Saki and them. And I'm just wondering what the fuck is wrong with people? Like, why everybody gotta be waiting for me to say it for something to fucking happen? We can't see what's going on here. We can't see that Americas have been hijacked. We can't see. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. We can't see that. At least if it's not, they're giving us the perception that it is. They're giving us the perception like all day that it is. You know what I'm saying? So again, allegedly. So like I was saying in that other video, the girl, okay, supposed to be mystic and beautiful, okay? And every time I do something, you know, and there's something about her phenotype that let me know that there is something there, okay? Maybe this is a masculine that likes a certain type of woman, right? Because I don't know why source shows me, point these women out to me. And it's really like the ancestors and source only point the ones out to me that are harm me. The ones that may be doing shit behind the scene to harm me. The ones that are overstepping when it comes to being watchers on the wall, and they move on from being watchers to fucking, you know, to clones. You know what I'm saying? It's almost just like that. They gave me enough rope for me to be able to be studied by another motherfucker or motherfuckers in order to give enough rope for these people to still be having a lever or something on my head. But at the same time, they give me enough to expand so that I can give the jewels to these other bitches in the Build a Big Workshop so they can come up off of whatever the fuck I'm doing. Right? So again, with this mystic individual, that it just don't seem too mystic at all, bitch, because whatever you doing is what the fuck I go down to the lake and do a video, this bitch go down to a lake. You know, and the motherfucker want me to be jealous of the motherfucker that's watching me that want to be me. You can never give me what I'm telling you to want to be another bitch. It just ain't never gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? You just can't. And it's just like, you know, you can keep on trying to shoot me down and keep on trying to make me feel some kind of way, but I know it's because you intimidated by me. And I know it is because of payback. It is because of some shit like that. It can't be nothing else but that. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't realized it now, you know what I'm saying? By now, I mean, it can't be nothing else but that. I'm telling you, I'm sitting here looking at, I make these boxes or whatever, okay? I could be putting a little bit more time into it, but I got to run a motherfucking universe. And motherfuckers want to overlook you like you ain't got nothing to do with what the fuck going on right now. Like you ain't manifesting shit, whole shit for every motherfucking body, not just yourself. Like you ain't sitting back suffering in silence and not getting everything go your way because you got to worry about what the fuck going on with the universe. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, at the same time, now I got to worry about somebody replicating me as well. Like, what the fuck is this? Like, again, obviously, again, divine must mean that these motherfuckers been plucked off the vine, so they don't have nothing authentic about their ass, and so they pull other people in like me, or when motherfuckers come to visit the underworld to see what the fuck going on, you know what I'm saying, they pulling on your damn energy in order to be creative. Other than that, they'll just be sitting at them tables with them fucking tarot cards, you know what I'm saying, like, what you call it, like in Little Monsters, when dude went down underground or whatever, and at the end of the time he had to, you know, he started to lose and deplete and everything like that, and he had to come up from underneath the fucking ground. Okay, or like those tethered people in Us, you know what I'm saying? It's just weird. It's like in a weird manner, you know what I'm saying? It's in a weird manner, and this is again sons of man versus sons of God. That's one of them videos that I thought was very amazing, but they took it down, okay, and flagged my channel for putting that video up. The sons of God versus sons of man. All right. So again, this is the, you know, they letting sons of man run rampant in the kingdom right now. That's it. But I call them bone collectors because they're collecting all this shit up, and at the end of the day, ain't no stone gonna be unturned, and the motherfucker still gonna bow. It's just like, oh my goodness, man. It's like dealing with some like squiggly kind of creatures or something that you catch one and you're like, ah, got your ass. And then 1 second later, it's just like wiggling. It's so slippery and wiggly. It's just like they just keep getting out. And it's just like, dude, when I turn my back, you know what I'm saying? You damned if you do and damned if you don't. You turn your back. This is for those who have to deal with these individuals or these entities. Okay. You turn your back or you say, I'm not even going to engage anymore. They still going to be there. So again, this is the thing where people like, oh, you choose to let people in your energy. No, bitch. Some of us just don't have no choice because that's how fucking amazing we are. And so again, let's just keep it real. If we're going to talk about the shit like we're going to talk about it. There are invaders. That's what it's called, a fucking invasion. Okay. At the end of the day. All right. So again, we have these rebellious angels interposing themselves between the transcendent God and creation, glorious humans created in the image of supernatural archetypes of infused with a spirit, okay, superior to this world. So again, somebody may say this is like somebody cocky or something like that. You discern who's good, bad, whatever it is, up or down, okay, in, out, whatever, above, below, okay. It says the envy and hostility of the rebel angels against humanity, such are the dramatic elements that make up the great tragedy of human life on earth, as understood mythically by the alternative traditions. We may now perhaps be ready to appreciate the myth of the princes of the world and their aeonial test with the children of men. Okay. So again, it says from Sophia, the celestial mother. Hold on 1 second. Trying to make sure ain't nothing important in the shot. Okay. All right. We're just going to have to do that. All right. All right. Hold on. Let me try to turn. Okay. So it's saying from Sophia, the celestial mother of all living things, was born the one who became the fashioner of the fashioner and ruler of the system of creation. Okay. All right. So we did some stuff on Sophia, Russia, energy, whatever is going back and forth with that. Okay. But look, we're saying Sophia, right? The mother of all of the living things. Okay. But then again, we have the whole thing about creation, and it says his mother was in great sorrow and anguish when she brought him forth. But this is making me think, well, this saying Sophia, the celestial mother of all living things, was born. The one who became the fashioner and ruler of the system of creation. But then it's saying his mother. So this is making me think we're talking about somebody who is androgynous, someone who is, again, and that's just mean by spirit, okay? By spirit. My whole everything is a fucking so-called woman, okay? Birthed in children, C-sections, plus regular birth. Okay. Like, this is what it is. Okay. But at the same time, I feel like we're dealing with androgynous energy here. Okay. All right. And it says, it's saying that his mother, okay, was in great sorrow and anguish when she brought him forth. So this could also be a doppelganger energy. This could also be someone who is in the likeness of someone else. This could be somebody that's being formed and fitted to become someone else. This may be why, again, I'm getting called. The energy is calling me to go somewhere. Like, the energy is calling me to even go to the White House for some reason. Something is calling me to go to even the Mount Rushmore. Okay, there's like some kind. It's like I feel like I need to be on some fucking road trip or something. But it's like this whole year I've been working. I've been doing this. You know what I'm saying, with the word and doing things. Learning new things or whatever like this. And then I think just being frustrated and being separated from, seeing that there's no action online when it comes to my businesses. You know what I'm saying? I kind of like gave them the back seat for a second, and whatever order trickles in, I'll just go ahead and work with that and move on. But again, like I said, it's time for me to be an entrepreneur. Everything was going just fine until 2 years ago, when I feel like whatever this invasion is happened on this household, okay, to tear it apart or do whatever the fuck it was doing. All right. At one point I did feel like this is a return of a God energy that wanted something to do with me, rather that is some kind of control, some type of information, some type of something. Okay. This could be a God with a little g, as well. Okay. It's almost like wisdom is what, when source comes to, or God comes to the earth, he sits within the mountaintop of wisdom, the seer, Zion, or whatever. He goes from these mountains to mountains. These are talking about the domes, these temples of women that are powerful or strong, regardless if they look it on the outside or not, on this plane right now. Okay. Hathor energy. Okay. This is why, again, they say in India, if we think India is superior, which was in the Americas, that the calf was worship. So again, if even when we were talking about that whole golden calf energy, I gave it to y'all both ways, as if somebody's trying to say that somebody is the golden calf and it actually is an idol, or if they're trying to abuse that and turn and flip that story around and make it like that is an idol, because they make sure to call it an idol. But any other time in the Bible, they don't really try to call it an idol. So, I gave y'all a couple different ways of how we can look at that already. Because again, it's not up for me, to discern. This is not your mama's Bible study where we just do and look at the story the way that they tell you in the church. We break it down. We use different information from antiquities. We use our gifts that we have right now. Some of us are seers and psychics and scryers and stuff like that in order to interpret what we're really talking about here. Okay. So, and whatever it is, people may have their differences, but it should all line up to what the fuck is going on right now, or in the ether, the cosmos, whatever the fuck you want to talk, whatever you want to call it. All right. So again, it's saying, the person was in anguish, when she brought him forth. Okay. This is making me, think about the video that I did on, the earth, something about the earth and how people are doing the earth, or the people, or women in general. Okay. This is what this is making me think about here, because I think we did go into the Nag Hammadi, with this storyline. Okay. So again, and this also reminds me of the wolf, little wolf of the originals. Okay. The one female. Okay. That had the baby by Klaus, and how she sat down. The last one I was just watching, the last episode, she was sitting down at the lake, and she was talking about how she felt about Elijah and how she loved him and all this other stuff, right? And then how she ended up getting forced to go with Jackson, which was who they lined up for her to be with. You know what I'm saying? And then he ended up dying, okay? But all along, she wanted to be with Elijah. She loved Elijah or whatever, okay? So let's see. So yeah, and she was saying that he came to her at a time when she was in this time. And that's the same thing. When I felt like all these kings or all these gods or all these men had lost their fucking mind. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, I need somebody that's for me. You know what I'm saying? So it was almost like that energy of, I'll bring my son from the north, right? But I feel like, again, there's some kind of intimidation here, because I feel like before I could even get close to the son of the north, other motherfuckers got their hands on him. Okay. And again, this might be people that he thought that he could trust or whatever. And I feel like what they've done is turn that person against me again. Right. So they used information, lies, manipulation, or whatever to turn that person against me. And so it's on a day-to-day basis. I had to wonder where we at. This is who I look at as my equivalent as God. You know what I'm saying? Even in the book The Spring, Esther had to remind him, it's you. It's you. It's you. You know what I'm saying? So this the only motherfucker for you like that. But this person is choosing to, you know what I'm saying, try to embarrass the feminine energy for other motherfuckers that want to be in the likeness of her. Like, I don't understand that. I don't understand. Why the fuck I got to wait? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand. Because this is like real life to me. Like, I'm not here to play no fucking games, obviously. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, it's not about the views. We got 1,000 something videos on this platform and we only have 1,000 subscribers. So obviously, it's not about the views, okay? I mean, at the end of the day. All right. And obviously, somebody with this type of information doing the things that I do on this channel, why are you having 1,000 subscribers? That just lets you know that somebody's fucking with the algorithm. All right. Not saying it's the best Houdini, you know what I'm saying? Or it's the best, you know what I'm saying, revelations or whatever. But we have already done many prophecies here. Real talk. So again. All right. So it's saying again that, yeah, she was in anguish or whatever. But I almost feel like a son is coming back, right? Because I've been dealing with someone in the likeness of the son. Okay. And that one is always going to, that person is always going to do the same thing to me. They got a chip on their shoulder and they won't do the work. So they're always going to do that. There's a part of this masculine that will always do that. And then there's another part. I think maybe has just showed back up, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. And it says, his mother was in great sorrow, okay, when she brought him forth, for she was alone in an abyss of darkness, and her light was dimmed or diminished. Okay, so this is like somebody trying to come and put somebody's candlestick out, right? So I was just reading that yesterday when God said, go back to your first love, you know what I'm saying? Or else, you know, whatever, I only have one thing against you or whatever. Go back to that, right? And then it was also, you know, I know you hate the ways of the Nicolaitans like that person does too. But I'm thinking, was this motherfucker fronting? Just to get me to come at somebody so that then my light can be diminished so that he can go ahead and be with the motherfuckers in any way? Because again, that's my thing. Like people that's biting off people, like using somebody that's maybe not that have that many viewers and stuff like that, and then somebody use their information and go off like it's theirs, you know what I'm saying, or business ideas, or people that's, you know, robbing, you know what I'm saying, people's Akashic, like this is shit that's like, you know what, if now knowing what I know at this point, going through this awakening and this ascension, that is the part. A lot of other stuff I can look past, but when you invade somebody's privacy like that, when you invade somebody's vassal like that, that shit, that's a whole nother thing. That's a whole nother thing. Okay. So it says here, and this is the real shit that we dealing with. Again, those of you that do know what's really going on with this parallel universe. I mean, this bitch got it down to the T, man. Stuff that I been on this channel talking about, down to the T. Reset, parallel universe. These people was not, it's like, did somebody just put a new chip in this bitch back? Because this person was not even thinking about talking about this. It's the same thing with Georgia. It's the same thing with all these hoes. They wasn't even thinking to do nothing what I was doing. I don't even know. This shit is pissing me off. On another level, dude. Because these beings know from being, again, with that Empress card, these stars and these people know. They've been watching or walking with me this whole time. So why is motherfuckers playing? And again, to go back to the first love, okay, where is it? See, and this the time I don't got time for no fucking games. This shit is heavy. It's in real time, man. We dealing with the living Bible and the living God energy right now. Okay, so it's saying her offspring appeared before her, and she saw that he was a shape changer. Okay, he appeared in the shape of a serpent with a face of a lion, and out of his eyes came forth lightning flashes. Okay, and it says, and Sophia repented of her desire to bring forth a being in her loneliness. Okay. And she wept and lamented, okay, over her offspring, whom she named Yald Daba. Okay, I guess that's how you pronounce it, okay? which means the child lord, okay? Now, mm, ooh. Oh, but it's almost like, is you embodying the energy of your daddy? Really? That energy of like, okay, it's about to be a move being made, but you know that like everybody around you is like different. We don't go way into that because these people is trying me, okay? And you might even be sad because even children. Oh, you know what it remind me of? Okay, one of them movies where it's like, and I just thought I heard like a baby doll because there's some furniture in the back of this from being moved from an apartment. But it's remind me of like one of the movies where the child is not your the child, like Pet Cemetery. Is it Pet Cemetery? Did Gage talk in Pet Cemetery? I think so. I think so. And it's just like that whole energy of like, she wanted to go to him and her, but you about to get your neck bit off. Like that. Where it's like, because I can see these energies. That's what it's like, you're on the verge of something, and then somebody coming, the child is like, the child is like capable of doing what they can't do, on their own. But it's like, please, mom, you know, don't leave me. Like, it's kind of like, I don't know. It's just kind of like that energy, and it pulls on your heartstring. But you know what I'm saying? You got to do something, you know what I'm saying, in this world in order to change something. Like, this shit is getting chaotic. This is getting chaotic. So again, y'all the boss, okay, then went forth into the chaos and fashioned a system of creation that was to his own liking. So again, this is him using the estate of his mother and father. So Yabal the boss, we're gonna call him Yald, okay, Yald. All right, so Yald then went on and basically taken on the estate of the mother and father, and instead of letting the mother come and reign in the stead of her husband, he's taking it over by himself, okay? And then he is going to what is he going to do? All right, in chaos and fashion a system, okay, of his own liking. But this could also be considering, again, that energy being geared towards someone else right now, okay? This could also be, you know what I'm saying, some energy that's resonating within me, okay? After defeating the parents, okay? The ones that are over us as like earthly parents or whatever, okay? Let's see. Yeah, to his own liking, and into it he placed 12 authorities, 7 kings of the firmament and 5 kings of the abyss, okay? It says all these with their children were called rulers. For their desire for their power, the authority was great. The fashioner and his host then mingled light and darkness, so that the darkness would appear radiant and thus could deceive the eye. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to tell you. That's what I'm trying to tell you right here about these people that seem so nice and sweet and everything. They may not curse and they may not do this and that. You know what I'm saying? But it's easy to fake the funk in a fake society. Right? But somebody's passionate and real about what they do and authentic and get that shit out the mud. You know what I'm saying? It's a problem. Yeah. But I can see their souls. That's why they don't want you to see me. I can see their souls. That's why they don't want you to see me. This mixture of light and darkness resulted in the world and was imperfect and weak, for the darkness prevented it from developing an armor of light and might protect it. Okay? Because again, this darkness that's preventing something is all these sorcerers and all these people that I have, that people like me, okay, elect or chosen, that have been exposed, or even like when they left the list of names of Americans behind, so that it's almost like leaving the cheat sheet there to know which Americans you should be attacking on American soil, while we're talking about we're on in fucking Afghanistan or somewhere halfway across the world, when this is basically just an attack on fucking Americans here in America. All right. Like I said, this is some type of attack on humanity, period. Even if you want to say it's not that, this is what somebody is heavily pushing, the narrative somebody's pushing, because they want us to perceive it that way. For the darkness that was everywhere mixed with the light and invented terrible evil powers, excuse me, powers and beings from beyond the system of the world. You hear what I'm saying? This is some old galactic type shit. All right. Thus, Yald, all right, stood in the midst of the world system. He or she fashioned and grew arrogant in his or her pride as he exclaimed, I am, and there is no other God beside me. Now, I said that this morning, but it's meaning, again, nobody don't have to think that. That is pertaining to when it comes to me. Somebody else trying to have jurisdiction over me because of laws, regulations, rules, or some kind of mandates. That is what I'm talking about. There is no one that's going to be deciding what's going to be happening to me, with my body, with my vassal, who's dating, who's not, who's coming in here in different realms and trying to sneak in through the fucking back door, you know what I'm saying, of the mind, you know what I'm saying, this kind of energy. Because me waiting for a particular God to do that for me never happens. So this means when I have to step in for myself and try to protect myself from this kind of energy here. It's like knowing who you are and standing on that 100% of the time, and not letting nobody move you from that. So again, in this system, when it's talking about do not worship these idols, this is actually an American empress, or a feminine energy that is that has been raised by something like Great Spirit or something here on this plane in order to do a job here at a certain time. It has been given all a power and authority. And this is why these beings, individuals, family, friends, co-workers, and everything surround around this person and start to isolate them, start to manipulate the way that the world sees them. Okay. Especially if they're trying to make this individual, they're trying to crucify this individual and make this individual look a certain kind of way or vilify them. And then people start to say, hey, wait a minute, this person is not like that. You know what I'm saying? Then they have to go ahead and do other things in order to manipulate the situation. All right. All right. So it says, thus he demonstrated his ignorance of the true character of being, and his pride, whereby he denied even his own mother. You see what I'm saying? So this is somebody, like I said, that knows that you birthed them into this thing, right? Okay. Now, these are people, like, in my eyes, I see these people as at one point in time throughout this story, they have been at the height of something. But right now, you know what I'm saying, the way that the world is turning here, everybody is kind of being brought down to one same level. All right. But then there is these people that's low key still listening. They won't admit to a feminine energy right now because they do know what it is. But they're just not, it's almost like the star pouring her information into just the water now, or into or into the earth and the water. Okay. All right. So again, thou has uttered a falsehood, O Samael. Okay. So I feel like this is me. I'm gonna just tell you what I'm personally feeling today. This is a masculine I feel is like, is what they hand out, but at the same time, there's something behind their back that they gonna hit me in my fucking head with as soon as I grab their hand. Because if it's been all this time, then again, this person could have already came to me. But obviously it's not. Somebody's trying to make a pit for somebody to fall into it. Okay. Just so happens to be one of the surnames in my family. All right. All right. So I feel like that's what the case is, because I feel like sometimes I'm dealing with the lower self of this individual. All right. And it's almost that mother's love, like Damien. I don't know. I'm hearing, okay, or the Omen, okay, because we did pull Omen the other day. All right, we did pull Omen the other day. So I feel like that's what this is here. But it's all like all these things with these people get these powers and then they go ahead and exude themselves. You know what I'm saying? It's all under the fact that as soon as when you go against God, then you lose that shit. So they just be so prideful and ready just to shout it out to the world and put somebody down, not knowing that as soon as you do that, you're gonna lose the shit. You see what I'm saying? You're gonna just I feel like these people are gonna lose it. It's almost like a conversation I even have to have with myself sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't just go in just a little bit, like here. You know what I'm saying? Don't go here, just go here. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, all of this is we're being tested. But I feel like that was me looking into the eyes of this individual today while they're saying it's going only them. And I'm like, you're wrong. It's still me. And maybe this is my testimony here, saying that when we're reading this and it's saying that was the father and the mother's estate. So this person thinks that he's already destroyed the father and the mother, right, from the estate. And so they are planning on going ahead and leading this thing out on their own, by also keeping the mother in a shallow grave so that they can go to her for guidance and information and keep that under wraps. All right. As if they're coming up with this shit on their own. And then they're going to build up a whole other bitches, an army of bitches to be like the mama, but they can never be the mama. So, you know what I'm saying? It's just basically going to be building something on faulty grounds. Because I'm trying to figure out how this girl, and I know she connected to me some kind of way with energy, how I'm looking at some certain necklaces that I'm about to get and put in my shop. And all of a sudden I see this girl selling the necklace. So now she's selling the boxes. Now she's selling the necklace. I go to the lake. This bitch go to the lake. I get braids in my hair. This bitch get box braids in her hair. I just don't know what to think. It's just annoying me. When you say imitation isn't flattering, it's just annoying me. Like, I'm not imitating, right? When I'm saying that, this is me basically saying, you know what I'm saying? Basically saying, hey, you know what I'm saying? I might not say just straight out who, what, and what, but when I'm doing that, you obviously know that there's something about me in these words that connect me to this individual that is basically bringing this person with me as I go on this journey, because I feel like this is somebody that helped me see. You know what I'm saying? So again, it's almost like somebody that came to help wake up their mother, like the Sleeping Beauty or something, or maybe like even a Prince Charming. Could be somebody in the likeness of. It could be the father energy. It could be the father energy that has been here. But I feel like I've been dealing with this masculine on many different levels here. Many different versions, many different altered versions of this individual or this entity. As a father, brother, just someone who is a companion or whatnot. Because I feel like we've already went through a couple of different cycles of whatever this is that's been going on in these texts. So yeah, this is talking about the princes of the world, but I didn't want to talk about the princes of the world. I want to talk about the myth of the let's see, the myth of the tyrant angels and what they were doing. Okay, let's see. Okay, it's thus he received. So again, me and this entity or this individual, okay, or this God mirror each other. I feel. All right. But this person is used to being at the top. Okay. This person has been used to being at the top for a while now. As above, so below. All right. And they feel like it's easy. They love me. I might have learned a couple things from them, but at the same time, they might have helped wake up, but at the same time, it's either me or you in the end. And this person think it's going to be them. All right. And this is the only reason why they really still want you, right? They want to be with you, but they got to build bitches because they feel like they can't share. They can't share with you. All right. This is somebody also that'll put you in the front, right? And let you lead the way, but then they'll be ready to knock your ass off that platform and hop on it. You know what I'm saying? After again being watching for so long, right? And this is somebody that I feel like there's repentance. There's I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. And again, God is not the author of confusion. I don't fuck around with confusion. That's why you don't see me cookie. I don't like cook cutter. You know, I don't like clean edges. I like dirt. I like, you know what I'm saying? I like shit. Not shit, okay? I like authenticity. I respect people that actually really do the work, that really do put themselves on the front line. Not when it's safe, but all the time. All right, she descended and came into habitation and came close to the earth, moving to and fro over it, and therefore thereby conferred her wisdom and love upon the system that the foolish fashioner created. It was her mighty spirit that moved upon the face of the waters, as was stated in the account of creation rendered by Moses. Okay, the rulers thought that they alone created and ordered the world, but the spirit of Sophia secretly contrived to place splendid archetypical patterns into the fabric of their work. Okay, that's kind of deep. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, I'm gonna come back, but that's deep. I'm gonna have to sit on that for a minute. And that's what I'm thinking. These people thought that they were recreating something. It's almost like, you know, with this lab leak or whatever, they thought that they were messing around with something. They didn't know what they was actually messing around with. They thought that, oh, this is what I put into this being, you know what I'm saying? So this is what we're going to get out of it. They didn't know that they were messing with something that was already amazing the way it was. That could resort back to that if it or she wanted to. Because again, if you can't ruin anything that you didn't make. So a motherfucker thought they came in here and put something in, you know what I'm saying, and built something up, but they didn't know the extent of what was already there. They didn't know the extent of what the fuck. And like I said, at the end of the day, every knee is going to fucking bow. This is somebody like we want to talk about independence as if it's only a financial thing. No, independent is where you don't need a motherfucker standing and knowing and seeing and being. Where it might seem like it's nice to want to, or have somebody around you that you can maybe, you know what I'm saying, be like-minded with and throw things off of them. But some of us was built to be able to do that shit, recycle or sieve through that shit ourselves. In order to manifest and make things happen. And it's going to be those other things that are glorious. It's more than likely it's not going to be like, oh yeah, God, you know, was good when he got me this new car, this new house. It's not going to be of that material realm. This is going to be gifts, some type of abundance, something that people in the end, once all this other shit is gone, they're going to wish they had that. I'm hearing monk or none. Just to go ahead and finish this part of this reading or whatever we're doing, I'm gonna go ahead and pull like 3 cards real quick because I have to stop real quick, okay? And I'm gonna come back, but I just wanted to say that, like, because it's just I feel like I just get very frustrated when I don't like when people do things like that. Okay, so we have the moon card in reverse here, okay? I mean, and it's just like these people, they keep trying to find a way to put this moon over the fucking sun. It's not going to be, because again, supposedly the sun gives light to the fucking moon. All right. Let's think about that again. So we got Queen of Swords energy. Okay. This is somebody, again, this might be this energy that wants to cut somebody off. Okay. All right. They want to kill somebody off. They want to take you off the air. They want to, so people can't pay attention to you no more. So again, we have the death card here in reverse, right? And it's almost like this magician person is, gotten set down or humbled for a second or whatever. She dropped, all her little things or whatever broken or dropped here. Okay, this could be what somebody thinks they're doing to me right now. If I was only a magician, but that's not the case. And this could be also what's happening to someone who's been using magi or magic over an empress or anybody else. Okay. All right. So again, we got this Lover's card in reverse. And this is the Lover cards, like I said, with this sense of insurity here. Something that was supposed to be happening. Oh, I need to go. Yeah. Okay. We're going to do it. This is something, like I said, that I feel have to do with a love connection somebody was trying to put together that is not supposed to be. That's why they look so unsure of what's going on here. Somebody was trying to send some kind of page energy. Okay, I'm going to have to go sooner than I thought.